You'll enjoy this. Let's listen. Because when Satan discover and find out that you have surrendered to God, he launched his greatest attack on you. And he do everything he can to try to damn your soul. And so we have to ask ourselves and have to come to conclusion that this is not a playground, it's a battleground. It's not a place where we play and lay and joke and jest and cuss and fuss and whine and dine. It's a time for us to make sure that our house is in order. And if it is in order, am I positioning myself so that come hell or high water, nothing will be able to take me out? Are you interested? I wanted to take a little while and walk through the text and allow the text to tell us the truth, to help us understand as to where we are and who we are and whose we are. Romans is this unique book that gives us so many holy, helpful hints to help us be secure in our salvation and our commitment to the Lord. In Romans chapter 8, he began by saying, there is no condemnation. And he closes it in verse 39 where it said, there is no separation. No condemnation at the beginning of the verse, no separation at the end of the verse. And I wanted to see, since there is no condemnation, since I cannot be lost, and there is no separation, which means I cannot be divorced from God, I wanted to know how did he do it? And what did he do to get me to be so secure in him? And if I can bless somebody else that may be a little shaky with your salvation, to know that all is well. If you notice, he says in Romans 8:29, he said, for whom he did foreknow, prognosko in the Greek, mean prior, which means prior to us being here, God already knew it. In other words, everything about us, God knew it before you ever arrived. God didn't just get acquainted with you when you walked down the aisle and gave the preacher your hand. God knew you before you was born. Before the X chromosome and the Y chromosome and the new you yet to be take on its union, God already knew you. Matter of fact, God had already sanctified you before you got here. That's what he said in Jeremiah 1:5. He says to Jeremiah, before your mother formed you in her belly, he said, I knew you. I sanctified you. He said, I set you aside. I gave you a position even before you got here.